Have you,
Okay.
Sanjeev?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, Sanjeev. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm just having my morning tea as well.
Okay.
That is trying to wake me up.
Okay. So, Sanjeev,
Yeah.
can you please tell me your roles and responsibilities of your current and previous projects?
So current project, as you can see, actually, I work as a technical project manager and as well as working as a business system analyst. So I do actually so same typical as a business analyst work, actually getting requirements, documenting requirement, and doing system analysis as well as. So this project is on the Salesforce side. So doing the heavy work on Salesforce as well as on the Sales Cloud and then the Marketing Cloud and the Heroku. Heroku is a backend database for Salesforce. And as part of the technical project manager, I'm doing actually maintaining the Scrum board and maintaining all the daily stand-up calls and dealing with the vendors. And because over here there is no project manager, I'm reporting to the program manager. So I'm doing actually all these things, and also I'm doing a lot of testing as well as doing like a QA work too. So doing like API testing and all that thing actually, using like a Postman, Fiddler, and all. So yeah, that's about it. We're doing the analytics too. It's tons of things I'm doing it. Yeah,
Okay. So, are you still in project?
yeah, I'm a student project.
Okay. So, what was your current role, project role?
That's what I just said actually. My current role as a technical project manager and a business system analyst.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah,
So, Sanjeev, I'm going to ask a few questions regarding your technical skills. Okay.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
So, do you have idea about the agile methodology?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
That's what I said. Like I was playing as a Scrum Master, so that is agile. Yeah,
Yeah. Can you briefly explain what is agile methodology and share
agile
with me
methodology.
your
You have a
experience?
sprint. Actually, you have a sprint. It depends on the company to company. Like you can have like 1 week sprint, 2 week sprint, 4 week sprints. And on that particular sprint, you have like a your task, and the task is going to be done. Actually, you can have like a dev stories and the QA stories, and then everything. And if things are good, actually, you can move into production at the end of the sprint cycle. So in waterfall, you wait for all the documentation to get it complete, like in SDLC. So like you wait for the requirement states to be done, and the architecture needs to be done, and the dev needs to be done, the QA needs to be done. Then you move into production. So it takes more time. But in agile, actually, you don't wait for everything to be done. You just have like a one requirement, and you just want to make sure, okay, this thing is done. Move into production. Now let's move back. So at the same time, the business actually they receive the value as well as. So they don't have to wait for 6 months or 1 year the project, the fully project life cycle to complete. At the same time, they're just receiving something as a product, and they can provide their feedback. Like by the time you're working on the different sprint, they can just say, okay, yeah, let's fix this thing as well. So it's more productive. Yeah,
Okay. So, can you briefly explain about the FDD documents and its technologies?
it's a functional documentation you're talking about.
Yeah, functional design document and its technologies.
So functional, first of all, the functional design documentation, there is no technology. So I am not sure, like you might be just reading online somewhere that questions. And so you have to explain me like what exactly that means. So functional design, actually you have like, for example, you have business requirement documentation, and the BRD you have like a pretty standard requirements. For example, for mobile app, you are building a registration page. So registration page, okay, this how the registration is going to look like. And then when it comes to the functional design documentation, then you have to have your sequence diagram. You have to have your system use case. In system use case, you're going to define how this registration is going to look like, what are the authentication is going to be required, what are the backend validation is going to be required. So all these things it comes as part of the functional design
Okay.
aspect. Yeah.
So, Sanjeev, can you adjust your camera?
Oh, you cannot see me? Yeah.
Yes, it's fine. So, what was your system analyst role in your project?
So this is what I just said actually. Doing like system use cases, defining the functional specs, and documenting all that like the sequence diagram, documenting the API flows. So these kinds of things, and of course like doing testing and all that thing. As I said, doing like API testing and all. So I'm pretty technical too. I do like a lot of technical stuff too. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you extract the data from SQL query to Excel?
So extracting data, you use a SQL actually. You use a query to extract the data, and then if you want to present in a reporting format and all that thing, then it depends actually what tool you're using it. I work on Tableau, I work on Alteryx, I work on this SSRS reporting services. So yeah, then you can just customize that report and then play with that and yeah, present in a nice format to the user. The user they can view that and then make their decisions.
Okay. So, Sanjeev, do you have idea about the benchmarking?
Benchmarking,
Yes.
I, yeah, benchmark actually it depends actually on the you use actually for what it's called.
Okay. So, can you briefly
Uh,
explain about the use case model?
Sorry,
Use case model.
use case model. So use case, you're going to have all the stories out there. You're going to have who's the actor, who's going to act. What are the steps you're going to have? What are the system that's going to be involved? So that's these are the use case that's you define actually in use case. What are the precondition you have? What is the post condition you have? What is the trigger condition you have? So these
Okay.
are the things you write in your use case.
Okay, fine. So, do you have any suggestions to make an effective use case model?
Sorry,
Do you have any suggestions to make an effective use case model?
what is FHU?
Effective.
Okay, I'm sorry, I cannot understand what you're saying.
So,
FHU? What is FHU?
effective use case model. It's EFE, EFW.
Oh, okay, effective use
Yes.
case model. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, of course. You can have like a data flow diagram out there. You have a DFT and what point that data you are pulling and what data is going and what is the existing business use case you have and what are the changes you are doing. So as is in 2B process flow, you can define all these kinds of things into that.
Okay.
And then of course, yeah, it's important to have like a good documentation and all. Sorry, it's hard for me like because I don't see you, I just see myself. So I'm just
Yeah. Okay. So, tell me the differences
so you can
between business analyst and business analysis.
business analyst and business analysis. That's after having like 10 years of experience, these kind of questions, it's like, sorry, I'm laughing a little bit too. When someone is asking these kinds of questions. Yeah. So, business analyst, you are an analyst and doing actually all the analyst as you're acting as analyst to acting to understand like what are the needs you have, to understanding their requirements. And analysis, when you are performing analysis, you're looking into systems or you're looking into like what are the other things you can do out here, what are the rest of the features you can provide. So there's the analysis. That is like a English thing actually. Analyst and analysis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what are the tasks and responsibilities of the project manager?
So task and responsibility, like as I mentioned actually earlier, as a project manager, I was doing like a budgeting, planning, resource planning, and all that thing. I was doing it, and as I said, like on the Scrum, I was doing like managing daily call and maintaining with the vendors, vendor relationship. So all these things I was doing it. And what is sprint? What are the feature is going to go in next sprint? So these are the things. Yeah.
Okay. So, Sanjeev, can you briefly explain about the business analysis process flow?
Okay. Process flow, I just said actually, you have a process flow. Process flow, you define actually all the number of steps that's going to be involved in order to achieve something. So that is called the process flow. So in process flow, you have like, okay, you go into this system, then next you will go in this system, then next you will go in this system, then it's going to happen. The agent is going to see this screen, then this screen that you'll see. Now there's the next click is going to happen, then you will see the next screen. So there is, it's a series of steps that you have in process flow. In
Okay.
process flow, you can have like a business process flow, or you can have like a system process flow too.
Can you please adjust your camera a little bit down? Okay. So, do you have a working
I'm on it.
experience
It's
with?
hard actually because I don't see you. You just yeah, and I'm holding my phone right now.
Yeah, understand. So, So, Sanjeev, do you have a working experience with multiple stakeholders to finalize conflicting priorities?
Of course, that's what I do last 10 years. Yes, of course, I do have.
Okay, so what is your overall IT experience?
Do you have my resume or no?
Yes, I have, but it is mandatory to
Okay, so
ask, right? Sorry?
it's 10+
10.
years.
Okay, fine, Sanjeev. It's nice talking to
Yeah.
you. Thanks for your time. I've written down the synopsis and it will be sent to the client. You're a recruiter and we will get back with the further
Okay.
interview time slot. Okay?
I just find actually a little funny because you asking like these are like it's a baby questions, I would say, because these you ask actually when the people you don't these are the fake profiles and all that things. And after having like a real 10 years of experience, when somebody asks these kinds of questions, I feel little offended too. Come on.
Like these questions are given by client. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they expect like a 10 years of experience and then asking these kinds of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fine, Sanjeev.
So
Thank you.
you're writing all.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm not sure like how much did you write and yeah.
Okay.
That it's hard actually to explain someone who's not technical, who's not understand all these things, and I have to explain someone. Yeah. Anyways.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fine, Sanjeev. Thank you. Happy weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
You too. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.